What does Cranky have for the moment? Oh! Literally just said that nothing takes orbs at the moment. But here's the cold lantern proving me wrong. So, last episode, we came here to Tomatin, the somewhat desolate town, if that's what desolate means. And in this episode, one of the mini goals that I'm going to go with is getting both the bronze and the big pouch. Although I'm thinking I might save up for it since we aren't that far off from being able to buy both of them at the same time anyway, so why not just wait the $27 more dollars we need for it. But yeah, let us continue. And why was I using the analog stick when there's a perfectly good D-pad there? Although that being said, it is kind of out of the way. At least it isn't like the PS3 controller. Or any PS controller. Like when I've been playing Banjo and Kazooie, why did they feel the need to switch the things? Ooh, okay. We'll get into that later when we need to return to Tumbleton. But yeah, it is one of the things I don't use that much when we finally get around to using it. Yeah. So that's another thing. I have kind of been going on a 100% spree in Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, we have no room. Although, do you minerals and materials despawn? With that being said, we do kind of need more room in general. I've only got one level stopping me from finishing the game, and then before the final boss. But that being said, it's kind of been kicking my ass. For all of the wrong reasons too. I'm still doing I'm still on Click Clock Wood, and as you know, or as you might not know, I don't like vertical levels that are way too tall, or levels that are way too vertical, and that just so happens to be extremely vertical, and I feel like the fall damage in Banjo-Kazooie is way too strict. I can't be the only one, right? Not to mention, I'm not really used to the timing. Because I'm fairly sure you can avoid fall damage entirely by doing a rat-a-tap wrap in, or just before you hit the ground. But because the level is a giant tree and you can't, or like some of the branches get in the way, I haven't been able to, or when I fall, I don't always see where I am at the moment. Also, doesn't help that, my controller started acting up. Just, like, for some reason, it just decided to randomly start acting up. Started doing it at, Alright, I think it's... I'm not too sure for that one. Like, I first noticed it in, Rusty Bucket Bay, but, I don't know. I don't know. So, oh wait, we need to go up. That was enough. So get used to, getting wet, because, at the moment we don't really have a lot of, water. And it takes a while to, fill up. So, yeah, with the extremely tiny platforms high up, I've noticed I've been falling off a hell of a lot more. So, I've been dying a whole lot more. Okay. Not sure why it wasn't a normal thing. Or a thing. Not sure why that's there. I think I want to turn my things in. We'll get them appraised, I think. It's kind of weird. But I mean, I guess I can continue on. Since I did get all the jiggies. And the... which? Although that being said, I've gotten this far. And the only, like... And that's like the only thing stopping me from 100%. Climbing a fucking tree like 4 times. Like, really? Yeah. So do I need to go back to Brentilda? Maybe. I don't know, maybe I do. But I feel like because there's a lot of random shit you have to learn or memorize, it's like, why don't I just use the internet? It's like, what's the point in taking notes when you can just use the internet? I think it will get crushed. Also, boulders. The second worst enemy of the game. Excuse me? What happened there? I don't know. I feel like I can. Oh, I can do this. So, I'm not sure. Oh, when I'll do that. Oh. If I should even do that. Although, when do I even want to start? Because like, I feel like I should start on one of the hot areas first. Like maybe... autumn? Although I feel like compared to winter, that's easier. Maybe. See, I'm not sure. So I haven't memorized all the locations where they could be, so... or where the notes could be, so, I don't know. Is it safe to say that there's 25 per season? I guess that would be an estimate, maybe. Well, that would be the average, I suppose. But like still, where do I start and where should I go? So why does the game show me cutscene of me killing the bird enemies? Like, is that something it's always done? I just haven't noticed. Because the bird enemies are like copies of the other enemies. So I have made a mistake. 'Cause I'm fairly sure there's things up here. Things we can't get at the moment. I mean, we could wait until we get it all, but like that's something I would do if I was wanting to get 100%, and I don't want to do that, so I won't do that. I feel like I should trade my stuff in. It's not the maximum, but you know, as you do. So that's... I feel like even if I did do that, like if I just skipped to taking on Grunty, would I even do that? I don't know, it just depends if I want to do 100% or not in that game. Also, that's another thing. How many games do I want to do before I start doing 100% games again? I'm not sure. So maybe I should probably, I don't know, maybe start work on the main channel video again? Maybe. Maybe. Although that being said, because I did, or I am still editing Hyrule Warriors, would I be good still editing Hyrule Warriors content? I'm not sure. Wait, I should probably do this. I don't even want to dig straight down. Should I like diverge off and get some more gems? Or minerals, I suppose. Huh. That is the question. Okay, I can. I guess that's something to remember now. When the game decides to give me health, is that I can hit them from an angle. Okay, quickly. Okay. Not sure what I was doing there, but let's continue. I think I might just go back up. Yeah, that is another thing. Now that we have a few, we have a few disposable items. I feel like I don't use them. They aren't really useful. Like, the letters do have a sort of point since you can dig at any level. Like, you can still climb, or like, you can climb halfway up one and use your tools, but I feel like that's hardly really useful. Okay, we have to get that. Okay. I have right, the game starts handing us really hard enemies from now on. Well, harder enemies from now on. I feel like... I feel like the second game has a problem with that, since they aren't, or there isn't many enemies, or any enemy difference, or enemy variety, the more you go down. It's just like, depending on the area, you fight different versions of enemies. So at least in that game, they give you a good overworld. One that's actually useful. Oh, I overwrite the spikes. Yes. Okay, probably shouldn't step into the spikes. Ugh. Although, we won't really get into that one until much later. Yeah, maybe next time I go up, I'll see if I can get more items. I feel like it's kind of time to upgrade our pickaxe to something different. Well, I forget when we get the next tool. I think it might be now, actually. Or the next cave we go into. Or the objective we're going to gives us that. Because of then we can start going fast. I think I'll go up now. So I think it's only been like one episode since I said I'll try and get, or try and make the path up as easy as the path down, and I've already stopped doing that. Although I think it's kind of something you have to like maintain on multiple trips. Like, going down, it isn't really easy to maintain. Or the initial time going down isn't as easy, isn't as easy. Especially when you have like better tools. Also, this is just me, but like, I feel like water is much more useful than health, or than health upgrades. So don't be surprised if I end up dying a few times because I haven't upgraded anything at the moment. I feel like we should do that. Although that being said, I guess maybe because of the type of Let's Play this is, I might occasionally get more health. Maybe. I'll get health from time to time. Okay. Don't get crushed, please. Okay. That is something for later. I'll see if I can get to the next cave before then. Although I'm still gonna try and get some more materials as I go down. Oh, minerals. Also, something I haven't touched on, but you have noticed me doing, is that you can still mine the block after a gap. So this block up here, I can still mine it from here. Although you needs to be in a good position for that to happen. I think you have to be like slightly off the edge for it to work. It's kind of an odd choice, but that does make things a whole lot easier since you don't have to worry if you do leave a gap. Okay. I feel like I should be more careful around here. Huh, that is proving to be useful. Okay. Depending on what those are, I can easily make it. Okay. I feel like Cave 3 is gonna be a cliffhanger. I think I'll explore this one at least. Oh, I know exactly what this is. And I think I've screwed it up already. That's nice. Gee, yeah, we'll refresh the room and then we'll do it. Okay. Fairly sure we want to do something like this, where we are just leaving things below us, or we're running things out as we go along. Okay. Actually, I hope that it's only one. If that sounds weird. Okay, yeah, it is only one. That's good. So that's another thing I need to know, or I probably should have noticed by now, considering how many times I've played this game. But like, okay, I think I don't need to do that. I'm fairly sure that the type or what mineral you're gonna get is shown by like what the icon on, or what the icon is of on the rock you're breaking. Although that being said, I felt like I was gonna get a smaller class gem than what I got. Or a more common type of gem or mineral than what I did get. Okay. Yeah. Although we don't really have... Oh. I'll see what I can get off screen, then I'll decide if I want to buy anything. But in this episode, we progressed a little bit further down, and we got a few upgrades along the way, which I guess you could say is how all episodes are gonna go, apart from the few where we go into new areas of the mine, I suppose. So until then, that is when I'll see you.